Hello everyone and welcome to PSGL. It's round number 3. We're at Brazil. It's a wet start and we are in 6th place. So not really best qualifying, but I feel like I could have definitely got more out of the car, but nonetheless we're going to go to 5 red lights and it's away we go. Actually get a really decent start, but then the car just bogs down and I do actually sort of back off into turn 1. You can see AMS and Ugi there touching, and me and Ugi almost doing the same. But I do believe I keep P6. I do. So yeah, it's a good start. I do believe Max, my teammate, had managed to get wing damage. So it's unfortunate for him. So he had to do the whole first stint with wing damage. You can see that's Greeny there going off. It's unfortunate for him because he was looking very good in the drive more than anything in the practice session I've done. So he's going to have to do a recovery drive now, which I do apologise, which is something I've done for the first 2 rounds. Obviously Australia, I managed to get 2nd place in qualifying and spun off Big C, which is all completely my fault. And obviously Malaysia, I just sort of put myself to the back just because I didn't really want to get involved with 5-6 cars be within the same track at the same time. So now's the chance for me to show what I can do when I don't have to do recovery drives. And yeah, I'm in P5, and now obviously with Inters I feel like I can sort of take advantage of these conditions because most of the people would have done dry practice, whereas I'm sort of okay for not doing no wet practice. But you see end of lap 1 Jack still leads and we actually hit the fastest 3rd sector, so that's a very good sign. But you can see going on to lap 3 now, we do have a very good run on Ugi. I don't know what wings Ugi was running, but look very high. As we go down inside, he sort of defends it, but we sort of sneak on down the inside. We touch a little bit, we touch again. I leave Ugi space on the inside, and we manage to get the move done. That's us now up into P4, and this race was actually starting. The rain wasn't going to be here long, so I knew I had to get these moves done because in the dry, all the guys around me, I think at some point, were quicker than me. So yeah, I knew I had to get the move done, and I did on Ugi, and that was really one of the main ones I wanted to get done. But you can see here, moving on to lap 6, the track is dry, and we do decide to pit. But you can see how much time, look how much time Ugi gained on me. He, I don't know, man. I feel like I need to get my pits right. But we do come into the pits. You can sort of hear me saying, "Come on, let me go, let me go." But you'll see now, Force India comes out and then stops, and then Haas comes out, and then the Red Bull comes out in front of me. So very glitchy pit stop, not just from me, but I do believe other people as well. But we are going to come out right behind AMS, so we've actually gained time. I know it looked like we lost it, but we did indeed gain it. So fair play. So we're going to come out with only AMS to sort of really worry about. Ugi, I do believe, had a stop go, I do believe. So I think he served that. But now we move on to lap number 9, I do believe that says, and we're actually gonna go for a move on AMS in a place where you don't really go for a move. I haven't really seen many moves done there, but we're gonna get a good exit, and we're actually gonna go down the inside. I know AMS was running really low wings, and I just, even with DRS, I couldn't get past him, so I had to get the move done there and then, and I did, which is something I wanted to do. So yeah, we're gonna move now to potentially maybe try and catch Lickle, who's actually having a really good drive in 2nd place. So let's hope we can catch him. You can see now lap 20 now, I do believe he his tyres are starting to go off at this point, and I managed to close the gap quite well to him, to be fair. So we just will have to push on at this point. As you can see, Lickle makes a mistake, so he's really feeling the pressure. You can see on the rear of his tyres as well how much they're graining and just how badly worn they are. So I do believe he does pit this lap. So yeah, he does. He goes into the pit. So that sort of releases us onto Jack now. But Jack's obviously at this point got a near enough 5-second lead. So I have no qualms that I'm not going to catch him. But maybe if we go for a couple more laps, we might be able to come out just behind Lickle, and maybe even challenge for 2nd place, which would be a very solid drive from me. Obviously not doing no recovery drive, and getting a 2nd place would be fantastic. But see now lap 22, we are going to come into the pits, and again, just a really cautious pit stop. I know Max, my teammate, got a 5-second stop go, so I think at that point I thought, okay, I don't want to mess my race up. I'd rather just sort of come into the pits cautious, lose a bit of time, then lose more time. But you can see I'm sort of checking penalties for Max, because Max was actually in the points, and it's been a while since he scored points, so I was sort of egging him on to, you know, keep on going, especially when he got wing damage, because, you know, he felt so disheartened. But again, I just said to him, carry on going, you know, you don't know what can happen. But you can see lap 23 now, I do believe I'm going to leave the whole of this lap in, because this was my fastest lap of the race. But you can see actually in lean as we come through turn 1, 2 and 3. I do apologise, I'm sort of still losing the will to speak. As we come to the end of sector 1, setting the fastest sector 1 out of everybody. Coming into sector 2 now, this is the part of the track where I sort of struggled, not mainly in the race, but I think for quality I lost at least a couple tenths. But you can see in lean again through this second sector, just able to push the car really, I guess, in this sector. And you can see I'm actually starting to catch little ahead as well. So yeah, I mean, really good lap so far, still in lean. Really tidy second sector, not really made any mistakes, up to standard now as we come to the end of the second sector, and we start the third sector as we come round the corner and come up the hill. I do apologise again. Coming up the hill, that corner coming up the hill, I believe even on medium you can sort of lose the back end, so I took the curb on exit, and you can see as we come across the line we are 2 tenths faster than Jack with a 1:10.8, so we've got really good pace, which actually surprised me, because in practice with Jack and some of the other guys I was actually sort of mediocre. I wasn't really up there, but I wasn't really down the field, I was sort of in midfield. But you can see now lap 27 we've got a run on Lickle. He goes defensive instantly because he knows that I'm quicker than him, and he knows he wants to keep the position. And we're going to switch around the outside into turn 1 for the outside now. He does back out, and he does let us have the place, so fair play to Lickle there, good racing. And that is us up into P2. I do believe he just wanted to sort of carry on his own race and potentially get his first podium, so fair play to Lickle. He's had a really good drive, so let's hope he can continue that and finish in P3. But you see lap 36 now, last lap. Me and Jack have sort of dropped Lickle, and the gap between me and Jack hasn't really changed, or he hasn't exactly got away, sort of stayed the same. So to say I had the same race pace as Jack is, you know, insane as we come up the hill for the final time. And, you know, at this point I'll take second. I was thinking that, you know, from 6th to 2nd I'll take it, because, you know, it was a good race for me. But I do believe Jack had a stop go that he didn't serve, so he's going to have 5 seconds onto his race time, which means we actually take our 3rd victory in PSGL. So quite happy with that. You can see Jack there with his penalties. But yeah, this has been PSGL round number 3, and the one time we don't have to do recovery drive, we actually managed to win the race, albeit Jack got a stop go, but you know, we was clean and kept it clean throughout. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy that. The next video you'll see is the Formula performance of PSGL at Brazil. That'll be out tomorrow, so thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.